The 2-week Minecraft phase is a term used to describe the period of time when you get back into Minecraft and get burnt out in only 2 weeks. I am in my 800-day forever world, and I have compiled a list of 11 tips on how not to get bored and keep your world feeling as fresh as it was when you first started. My first tip is don't start too many projects. If you start too many projects, you're not going to know what to do, and it honestly will feel like a lot of work. And at least for me, it stresses me out and makes me feel like I have too much stuff to do. Sometimes it is good to take breaks from what you're building. Maybe you have 2 projects going at once. I feel like that's totally okay, but if you have more than like 3 or 4 projects going on, that might be a little bit too much. My second tip is going to be decorate everything even if you don't think it really matters. Like, we decorated this area, this little path here. I think that's wonderful, but for an example, I cover up all of my farms because I don't want just an ugly farm sitting out. Like, you might think this is just a normal rock with a door in it, because doesn't everyone's world have one of those? But no, this is actually an iron farm. So decorate everything, even your farms. It actually adds a lot more than you think to your world. This third tip is going to be about those big projects that you have in your Minecraft world. While doing these big, long, boring projects, you're going to want to watch something in the background. Maybe some YouTube, maybe a series, maybe talk with your family, friends, maybe even a Twitch stream. You can come watch mine if you'd like. Stream 5 days a week over on Twitch, but I'm not going to self-promote. This is a video about how to help you guys. For example, when I was draining this entire area for the ocean monument, I was streaming. And honestly, I would not have been able to do this if I weren't streaming. The point I'm trying to get across is if you're doing a project that involves a lot of repetitive actions, like maybe placing down this glass or especially draining this whole thing, you're gonna want to keep yourself busy in more than just one way. Even just talking in a call with your friends is also a good choice. My next tip is gonna be do not automate everything. It's okay to automate some things. Like, for example, I just made a squid farm here a few days ago because I'm not gonna manually farm all the ink sacs up that I need. It's okay to farm up these things that are pretty hard to get, but honestly, I feel like it takes away from the game if you make a tree farm, for example. If you stop actually gathering your materials manually, the game is called Minecraft, and if you stop gathering your materials manually, you're just playing craft at that point. Okay, sorry for the stupid joke, but I know you understand what I mean. Don't automate everything. Sure, it's okay to automate some things, but you can get stone, you can get wood, you can get dirt. I don't know how you would even automate dirt, honestly, but you can get a lot of things by hand. There's no need to automate everything. I've seen people's worlds where they have an automatic farm for every single block and they get burnt out pretty quickly. My next tip is to add some lore to your world. It honestly gives you another level of appreciativeness. Is that a word? I hope so. It helps you appreciate your world just a little bit more. For example, this city that I made, I wanted it to feel like a sort of a melting pot of cultures, and like a bunch of different people moved to this random spot in the forest. So honestly, it gives me that vibe a little bit. And also if you're part of a community like I am with my stream, you can have some stream lore in your worlds. Like I know in one of my viewers' worlds, they have a house for a character from our stream, and actually that same character, we have a gravestone somewhere around here. RIP. Oh my god, I'm trying to mourn. But what I'm trying to say is add some lore to your world. It gives a little bit of depth and life that you would not have had if you didn't add any. My 6th tip is to take things slow. Imagine your starter base was this ocean monument that I was building and you just rushed right into it. You're missing a lot of the core parts of Minecraft, which is punching a tree, building your first little stupid wood house, and doing all that fun stuff. Also, if you just try to beat the Ender Dragon within the first few days of your Minecraft world, what else is there left to accomplish? Like, then that's the end goal. Like, you've just finished the game in like 3 hours. Like, what are we trying to do with that? I have a streamer friend who actually just beat the Ender Dragon on day 350, which I think is that might be a bit too slow. We'll wrap that in with the last tip though, don't worry. But take things at your own pace. But if you have a faster pace, try to slow down your pace and enjoy the world around you just a little bit. The next tip, oh my god, the dogs keep barking. I can't do this tip. The next tip is going to be try to go out of your comfort zone a little bit. For example, I have a pretty distinct medieval build style, and I've always built like this. I've never really branched out too much until this new project that I've been working on. Until this ocean monument project, I've always built medieval, and you could argue that looks a bit medieval, but once the whole build comes together, you'll realize that it is not all medieval. And I also have plans for a futuristic city in this world as well, but I'm not getting too ahead of myself because I don't want to burn myself out. That's what this video is about. We do not want to burn ourselves out. This tip is not just about your building styles going out of those comfort zones. It's also about your play styles. For example, I'm a builder. I always have been a builder. I always will be a builder, and I suck at redstone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm horrible at redstone. But I'm going out of my comfort zone, and this might not seem like a lot, but I did make an automatic sorter for my prismarine farm. For you guys, I'm sure that's routine. I'm sure that's easy. But for me, I'm proud of it. I usually never really like get into this redstone stuff, and I'm proud of myself. myself for that. So whether it's building differently or trying a new playstyle, I urge you to do something different with your world. It's honestly really fun and I think you guys would love it. This next tip is going to be stay in the same general area. So as you can see, we have our ocean monument right there and we can see our main base area right over there. We're not too far. It really helps your world feel like a world and not just settlements scattered across a vast globe. And if you want to get materials for a new build, you're not going to have to go super far. Like I can see both of these from the same spot. It's very easy to get builds if I forget something, which if you guys have watched my stream, I forget a lot of things. Half of the stream is me going back and forth in the storage room because I'm forgetting something. The next tip is going to be play with friends every once in a while. I know this video is about forever worlds, but you can still involve your friends even if you're playing in a forever world. For example, maybe you guys can build the same thing in each of your worlds, see who does it better, or maybe just like in lore, you can like cross some things over from one world to another. Like I know I was saying earlier, the lore from this world does spill in over to some other worlds, not mine too, some of my friends. And maybe even if you don't play with your friends, it's still nice to show them what you build. Maybe your friends, family, your dog, your class pet turtle named Sheldon, maybe you can share with him, you know? I don't know. I just know for me, I love sharing with my close friends and family what I've been building. My girlfriend never hears the end of what I'm building, and I hope she likes it to some degree. Yeah, share your world with other people. It's so fun to get more people involved with it. The next tip is to take breaks. I know that might not be what you were expecting, but honestly, breaks help so much sometimes. They help to get the creative juices running a little bit. When I was almost done building this city, I actually took a week break. When this video is coming out, I'm just getting back from a break too. So breaks come in really handy. They help like recharge your creative like side of your brain, I feel like, at least. And I feel like the biggest reason for burnout is excessive gameplay. So maybe even take a break for just like 30 minutes in a session, like go on a little walk, you know, talk with your family, you know, say hi to your class pet turtle Sheldon. I don't care, you know, just take a break, whether it's a short 30-minute one or a week-long break. It's very crucial in keeping your world going. And the last and final tip of the video is going to be do whatever you want because it's your world at the end of the day. You don't even have to listen to any of the tips in this video. It's your world. You get to do whatever you want with your world. Don't listen to what anyone says. It's amazing to take suggestions from people, but at the end of the day, it's your world, so you get to choose what to do with it. And I'm not saying all suggestions are bad. There's a handful of buildings in the village that have actually been suggestions from my chat, like the bakery, the library, the armory. Yeah, there's a lot of these have been suggestions, and I'm not saying all suggestions are bad, but just don't let anyone tell you what to do with your world. I'm speaking firsthand from a streamer. I do get a lot of people in my chat telling me what I should do with my world, and if I listened to every single one, this world would kind of be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I love you, chat, and I love your suggestions, but at the end of the day, it is my world, so I get to choose what to do with it. And at the end of the day, it's your world as well. This isn't your world. Your world is your world. This is my world. Let's not get it twisted, but do what you want. I think that's very important, not just with Minecraft, but with life as well. Do what you want. It's your world, it's your life. That is the end of this video. Let me know if you like this kind of video. I've never made this kind of video before, but I have so many more ideas, so many more tips if you do want any more. I do stream 5 days a week over on Twitch. I do have a Discord that I'm trying to make more active. Both links are in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Later!